Hey everybody, welcome back to Pentiment. And last time we completed the murder case and ended up getting Lucky the stonemason killed. He was executed because they found him guilty of the murder. He was yelling at the Baron, and I brought it up. I could have brought up a nun that she was assaulted by him, so she might be getting revenge. And I also brought up a note that seems like these people were being manipulated by the Frenic is his name. I can't remember what his title was. He's like he was in charge of the scriptorium where he was working. So he's not really exactly. He's kind of made a lot of enemies. The peasantry don't really like him because he got the stonemason killed, and the noble people don't really like him because it seems like they know he's smart. They know he knows that they're up to something. And now it's like 7 years later, I think 7 or 8 years. It's in 1525, and the chapter is called Revolution. So now he's a big shot. He's a big shot artist now. Gets a lot of commissions from noblemen, but he's talking about how he's not being fulfilled in his work, and that little kid's his apprentice. So I think that covers things pretty much. Where we're at now. Hello, Andreas. How are you enjoying your stay? Well enough. Perhaps my husband can provide something else to make your stay more enjoyable. Thank you, Hannah. That's very kind. You're most welcome, Master Mailer. Is there anything else? No, thank you. Until later. Until then. Whoops. Just do it. You know it's the right thing. I don't understand why this is so hard for you. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the Abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying. Andreas? Andreas Mailer? It's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler, from Salzburg. Small city located on the river Salach, founded on Roman ruins. Rumors of violence and rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Caspar's hometown. Good day. Ah, that answers that. Thought he might be your son. We don't grow them that fast, even in Nuremberg. They grow fast enough around here. Eva and I just had our first. Little Otto, though we call them Ots. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial. With Dad gone, but Clara and Ursula help where they can. Ursula's growing up. I'm sorry to hear about your father. That's life. At least he's with God now, free of his aches and pains. I knew Ava wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? I'm sorry. Things got busy after I left Tassing. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. I feel like I should remember your face, but I can't place it. Oh, don't trouble yourself. It's me, Martin, remember? You've grown. It's been known to happen with children. As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, I'll see you at the meeting later. Andreas, until later. Last time I saw Martin was in this meadow. He was sneezing, seemed to hate being here. Even his mother, Kat, said that he always sneezed when he was in the meadow. Strange. Is it strange, or are you just confused? Am I confused? Are you? Guess I'm confused. Good to see you, Martin. Pain in my ass. What's this about a meeting? Picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons once in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. Actually, I was just on my way to see Klaus. Told him to come too. He's been dragging his feet. Until later. Andreas, I heard you were back in Tassing. God bless you. God bless you, Father Thomas. Good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. We have our bonfire for St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. Feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning at sunset June 23rd, coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. And then it's my job to hear the confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. We need to scare our guests with such things. I'm sure that if there's trouble, Master Melo will be the first to stick his nose in it. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. People in town resented the Abbey for Lucky Steinauer's death, probably contributed to the current agitation. They blame the Abbey for his death when they should blame you, since you're the one who testified against him. It would have been better for everyone if you'd simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, he only had a few years left anyway. Nothing to say for yourself? Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andres. Father Gernot would like to invite you to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some books. The abbot just had me run off, and now he wants me back? I can't know the mind of the Father Abbot. I just do what he asks. The history is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use of a library. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. Mother Illuminata? Yes, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. How did she die? Peacefully, in her sleep. So, tomorrow morning? Alright, tell him to expect me. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed. And Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We all miss him. I appreciate you saying that. I miss him too. Excellent. So glad you two were able to work things out. Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter. No, of course. Until tomorrow. God bless you, Andres. Apparently I'm heading to the Drucker house. Andreas has absorbed some concepts of Christian mysticism via the heretical book he found in Curacao Scriptorium. He's continued to study his other translated texts as he's found them. There's almost room for one more. Seems like it kind of wipes everything, except for the glossary. Hey. He's the typesetter guy. Andres? Klaus, you're not really mad, are you? No, I was mad years ago. No, I'm just annoyed and disappointed. First Bert, then Marie, just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. Can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. I'm sorry. I should have written. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Bop-de-bobo. Oh, hello. She likes you. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt, and use the woods as God intended, freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, and return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid as the peasants of Tassel. Former duchy in the southern Holy Roman Empire, it was reformed as the Swabian Circle in 1512, borders Bavaria to the west and the Swiss Confederacy to the south and Austria to the southeast. Oh, so this is Otto's cause. He's caught you here already, The abbot's been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Anders. If you haven't visited the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes, why? Well, I didn't think you could read. You can't. Just about everyone else in town can. He speaks. I print. Just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry. Still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons and hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. Of course. I'll see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gab, gab, roll. Town Commons. So many people. Everyone, listen. We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it is time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forest to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. Okay. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the roundhouse? Rat house? That doesn't seem very dignified. Community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs and the authority of the Lord. Surely, that's a sign the abbot wishes to share his power and listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You've always wanted to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity, no. Only greed and desperation drive Father Guinot. You think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Guinot do? He locked the shrine of Saint Merit's. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Guinot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for far too long. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. T-Roy, hear, hear. Stop! This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. We could get the town razed and everyone killed. Anna's right. The Duke's a powerful force in Bavaria, playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants. I could always grind you up instead, Leonard. There could be already soldiers about. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is all right? Don't worry, the civilian losses were minimal. They're probably fine. Oh no, maybe we should go to Salzburg after this. Enough is enough. We cannot stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? The righteous cause. Martin's right. We deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved to be dependable these past few years. But if the word of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all, but I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Good day, Andres. Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Andres. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. I was gone too long. Sorry for not sending word of my arrival. You certainly did pick an odd time to visit. We're in the middle of a strange season. Oh, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear they get better each time. You looking for trouble, Otto? course not. I understand what might happen if the abbot doesn't listen to reason. Even so, the people here can't go on like this. Something has to change. I'm just concerned for what might happen here, that's all. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? It is, Andres. I swear it. Come talk to me after. I will tell you what I can, alright? Anyway, Andres, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Sound good to you, Caspar? Yes, Master Andres. I'm starving. Our table is a little sparse lately, but we're sure to feed you well. Thank you. We'll see you there. So I know I need to talk to Otto. Andreas, you're back in Tassing? Just for a few days. I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Ah, yes, Brother Piero. What a talent with color. So sorry, Andreas. He was a sweet old man. I talk to him sometimes on my breaks up at the Abbey. I'm surprised Friar Frennick didn't give you an earful. Oh, didn't you hear? Frennick isn't prior anymore. Now, this isn't gossip, mind you, just honest truth. After the abbot found out about Frennick's black arts, he removed the poor man from the position. Matthias prior now, still strict, but a bit quieter about it. So maybe it's a change for the best? Who's to say? You don't have to live by the rule. Then again, we all have to live under Father Ganot's rule, which is probably worse. Oh, are you in with the peasants, Indris? Well, of course. Ganot has been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Any of us used to be able to go fishing in there. Not anymore. How far are you going to take this? Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not leading the thing. But I trust in Otto, and the peasants do too. He's a good man. The whole town knows it, even Leonard, even though he won't admit it. Say, Andres, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I take it you were married. I was. Sabine. She was waiting for me. Hope the married life has treated you well. I still have not found anyone. I fear it's never going to happen. Really? Not a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market, selling painted pots. Think about her sometimes, maybe more than is Christian. Hold on, you need to go back to Innsbruck and find that pretty girl. Well, what? Really? Life's too short to spend dreaming about the loves you could have had. Trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andres. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. Don't overthink it. Just take my advice. Well, if I ever have the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe. I will. There's something to look forward to, after all. I thank you, Andres. You're a man of inspiration. A pleasure. Till later, Andres. Until then. Guess I'm just supposed to go to the Gertners. I thought Otto would be sticking around. He said he wanted to talk to me. I think this is where he would be if he was around. God bless you, Andres. Hello again, Andreas. I'm about to sit down to supper. Care to join? It'd be my pleasure. It's truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too goddamn much. Peter, stop that. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Please help me protect my family in these difficult times. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? The Curtners can't afford a lot of bread, being polite. Andreas, so good to have you at our table again. And with another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Caspar, yes, he's my apprentice. Oh, that would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. Do you still draw in your journal, Andrews? Oh, sometimes, when the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, Jorg? If only we had to work when the wind took us. And we toil all day for that despicable abbot starving us while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He only just got here. How have the fates been treating you these last few years? The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. There's one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all around. Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula with an Aug. And me, well, Clara has lost a child in childbed a year ago now. A tragedy. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Andreas. It's some time ago, but, well, such things linger. It was monstrous. Monstrous. Seems the Lord rarely looks in on Tasling any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. Not at the table. He's right. Please, can we not talk about this now? Jorg here was married while you were away, Andres. Really? To whom? To me, Andres. Why else do you think I'm here? Of course. You two make a good match. Jorg has been good to me. There aren't many other options in Tasling anyway. It's been a couple springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Congratulations, Jorg. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andres. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. Haha. What? I don't get it. Do you? Oh, forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andres? What should I say? My life seems so far from theirs now. My mind's gone blank. What should I say? Think of something. There has to be something. Leave them waiting. I can't think of anything. Nothing but my miserable little problems. They'll think you're rude if you don't say something. Well, I've been so busy with Caspar's apprenticeship, I never have any time to myself. Better not have any children, then. I do my best to be helpful. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're so sick. But Mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody gets any bread besides Master Andreas and me. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamned guests. Besides, we all have work to get back to, don't we? Good. Time to get back to it, Andres. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. It's alright, Andres. He's just in a bad mood. It's lovely to see you again. Yes, thank you for coming, Andrews. You'll be staying for St. John's Eve? I'm not sure yet. Alright, well, maybe we'll see you later. Until then. Just have to go to the inn. Dead end. The sin of Saul, the sin of Saul. First monarch of Israel, according to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Master, did you hear that? It sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Emily. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Sister Emily, are you alright? The Philistines. This is the hand of God. Compline, compline. Monastic hour. Sister, is something happening at Compline? It's Compline right now. No! Sister? Sister Emily? You're the artist, Andreas. You remember me? Yes, you were here when the Baron was killed. You've changed. Hopefully for the better. God knows. Though God reveals and hides at His will, He always knows our inner heart, even if we don't know it ourselves. I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Caspar to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Caspar, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andres. Your son? My apprentice, but I think of him like a son. He seems eager to please you. He's quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. My world is one of spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. Mercifully small? This cell allows me to contemplate mysteries without the noise of the outside world polluting my thoughts. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is God's will, He graces me with visions of confusing though they may be. To join your will, to be intimate with Jesus as though he were your wedded husband. That is a bold thing to say, Master Mailer. Where did you hear that? I read it in a book written by an English mystic. It helped me improve my English skills while I was abroad. And I'm glad you have an interest in spiritual matters. But these are not words to speak lightly, nor ideas to speak lightly of. The revelations we experience can be terrifying to us and to those who witness us experiencing them. They are not dreams, but waking visions of the greatest divine forces. I'm sorry, I did not mean to offend you. I'm not offended. But it is difficult for us to communicate these experiences through the written word. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. That seems macabre. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites, before I was enclosed in here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. What if the calling is wrong? I wish I could give a helpful answer, but I don't know. I felt this was my calling even before I could admit it to myself. Is your calling in question, Andres? Is your life? Both, I think. I've lost my love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andres. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Andres, thank you for sending Caspar. She asked for you. You all right, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father. I may have had another vision. I remember little of it. Master Mailer and his apprentice heard nothing specific. That is unfortunate, but I'm glad you're all right. Andres, Caspar, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. All right. Good evening. God bless you both. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did all that mean? I'm not sure. The last time I heard Sister Emily have a vision was just before the Baron was murdered. What? You think... Could Sister Emily be receiving warnings? No, that's too simple of an explanation. There are layers and layers to divine messages. No revelation with real power or prophecy could be understood plainly. The meaning must be hidden or implied. Sounds complicated. Come, Caspar. Let's retire for the evening. Let's see if anyone's down here. I doubt it, but you never know. Nope. Alright, so I think I'm going to save it here, and we will continue this on Sunday. Tomorrow we will have the finale of Genesis Noir, and we'll move on to another game. I might finish up Cult of the Lamb, not really sure. I do need to finish it at some point, and I might as well record it when I do it, so it's kind of where I'm at. But, I don't know. We'll see. So join us tomorrow for that, and Sunday for more Pentiment, and Monday we'll have more Lost in Play. So thanks for joining. Have a great weekend.